Hi everyone, wishing you all a Shabbat Shalom Uvorach. You know, in life we all need a break, we all need to rest. In a field is actually no different. God says every 7 years, let the field rest. In this week's parasha, we read about the laws of Shemitah, how every 7 years a farmer cannot work his field. And ultimately, it's a reminder to him that God is running the show, that God is in charge of the field, God is in charge of the business. And after a full year of keeping Shemitah, of not working the land, not working the field, this farmer is worried, where am I going to feed my family from? And after an entire year, he realized, you know what, it's okay. It's okay. Hashem is watching over my field. Hashem is protecting me. This farmer learns Bitachon. This farmer learns to trust in Hashem. An amazing lesson. The question is, right after Shemitah, the Torah then goes on to speak about the laws of tzedakah. That if someone needs help, you should give them a hand. And we wonder, what's the connection between Shemitah and tzedakah? Between not working every 7 years and then helping someone else who's in tough times. And I think there are many answers to this question. I'd like to share with you one very powerful idea. You know, this idea of trusting God, trust in Hashem. It's a very powerful line, but it can be a very dangerous line. If I take that and I now apply it outwards to other people. Imagine someone comes to you for help, crying, begging, please help me. I don't know how I'm going to pay for my child's wedding. I don't know how I'm going to feed my family. How sad would it be if we take the line, don't worry, trust in Hashem, and impose it on this other person? God forbid. That would be a very big mistake. You see, trust in Hashem is something that we should use for ourselves. But for other people, when someone comes to us for help, don't tell them trust in Hashem. That's not your job. Your job is to help. Your job is to put your hand in your pocket and give the person a check, give the person some money, give the person help them pay, help them with their worry, help them with their stress. Bitachon is a good message for me. But never impose, never apply bitachon outward on other people. And so God says, after the laws of Shemitah, you may have internalized this message of bitachon so well for an entire year that it carries with it a danger. That now if someone's coming to you for help, you're going to tell them to have bitachon. That's not your job. When it comes to someone else, you need to help them. Your job is to worry and stress and have anxiety for other people. Don't tell other people to calm down and then apply anxiety to yourself. Opposites. You be calm when it's your own stress, when it's your own finances. When it's your own field for a year, you have bitachon. When it comes to somebody else, God says that's a very nice time to start worrying, to start figuring out for the other guy, how is he going to pay for these bills? Let me worry, let me stress. It's an amazing double standard, but in the reverse. Whereas usually a double standard is me being lenient on myself and being strict for others, but in the Torah's eyes, it's the exact opposite. Double standard means that for myself, I have bitachon, but for other people, I got to do the maximum. I got to worry about everything that I can for that person. And this really could apply in so many different ways. I'll give you one example. Imagine you studying in the works of ethics, how in life it's not good to focus on too much materialism. That's a great message. However, I could take that message and now point it to somebody else. I could go to someone's wedding and say, hey, buddy, don't you read what it says in this book? It says don't have too much materialism. Why are you making such a fancy wedding? Or I could go to someone who got a new car and very excited about their car. And then I could tell them, but you shouldn't have too much materialism. You shouldn't really have such a nice car. That would be a very, very sad mistake. When it comes to other people, I have to be happy for their materialism. Materialism, yes, for myself. I should work on not having too much of it, working more on my spirituality. Ultimately, my friends, remember that when we help other people with their materialism, actually, we are working on our spirituality. Shabbat Shalom.